Overview: electric vehicles don't just compete against each other. In the BMW i4 sedan's case, it's also compared against every gas-powered M car before it. With that in mind, the i4 has to serve two orders: performance driving and maximum range. The first it does incredibly well. The xDrive 40 and M50 models shell out 396 and 536 horsepower, respectively. We actually give the i4 M50 credit for having better ride and handling than the M3, which is already one of our favorite high-performance sedans. In terms of range, the xDrive 40 goes the longest of the i4 options with an EPA range of 307 miles. And it has decent DC fast charging capabilities with speeds of up to 200 kilowatts. The i4 makes for a comfy daily driver with excellent performance when the right pedal asks for it, but dull steering is an example of where technology has gone a little too far. Also, the i4 has a hatchback trunk, which gives it added flexibility when stacking cargo behind its rear seats. What's new for 2024? BMW adds an all-wheel drive i4 xDrive 40 with 396 horsepower to its lineup for 2024. The dual electric motors power the newest addition to the i4 lineup to an EPA estimated 307 miles of total driving range with the standard 18-inch wheels, and an estimated 282 miles with the optional 19-inch wheels. Short of the new trim level, the i4 remains mostly unchanged from last year. Pricing and which one to buy: eDrive 35 $53,000, Est, eDrive 40 $59,000, Est, M50 $70,000, Est. We prefer the higher performance M50 over the less expensive and less powerful eDrive 35 and eDrive 40 trims. The M-badged model comes standard with a more assertive appearance, including 19-inch wheels. It also has a beautifully tuned suspension that revels in aggressive driving but is calm and comfortable around town. Upgraded brakes with blue calipers are also included on the M model. We like the look of the optional 20-inch rims and the improved performance of their wider, stickier tires, but they drop the M50's estimated driving range from 270 to 227 miles. We'd enhance the interior with one of the Vernasca leather options: the premium package, ambient interior lighting, heated seats and steering wheel, lumbar support, and individual options such as the adaptive LED headlights, ventilated front seats, Harman Kardon sound system, and wireless charging. EV motor, power, and performance: the 2024 i4 feeds electrons to either one or two electric motors, depending on the model. The eDrive 35 is one of two single-motor rear-drive options using a 281 horsepower unit. The eDrive 40 features a single motor on the rear axle that makes 335 horsepower. There's also the 396 horsepower xDrive E40, which comes with all-wheel drive and produces 443 pound-feet of torque. The M50 also uses dual motors to enable all-wheel drive and produce 536 horsepower and 586 pound-feet. The M50 we tested hit 60 miles per hour in 3 seconds, which is quicker than a rear-drive M3 competition. The rear-drive i4 rolls on a standard set of 18-inch rims, 19-inchers are optional. Conversely, the all-wheel drive M50 is fitted with either 19s or 20s, and it has adaptive dampers and a variable ratio steering system. The i4 M50 that we drove delivered immediate and forceful thrust, and even though it weighs considerably more than an M3, its lower center of gravity helps it move assuredly and gracefully. Range, charging, and battery life: the EPA gives the single-motor rear-drive i4 eDrive 40 an estimated 301 miles of driving on a full battery. The all-wheel drive xDrive 40 with 396 horsepower gets an estimated 307 miles of driving range when donning the standard 18-inch wheels, or 282 with the optional 19-inch wheels. The dual-motor all-wheel drive M50 has the same 81.5 kilowatt-hour battery, but its claimed range tops out at 245 miles. These i4 models have a 200 kilowatts charging capacity that can add between 88 and 108 miles in just 10 minutes.